how do you sell more personal training with 4 simple mindset shifts that you can make and you can control within yourself? Hey there, it's Ryan Ketchum from Fitness Revolution, and I want to talk about a few things that I see holding all salespeople back, but specifically personal trainers and fitness business owners that have to sell training. They have to be able to persuade and convince and attract in potential new clients and get them to make the investment in themselves to invest in training so that they can get the end result. And they're required to do this so that they have the better income, so that they have, the personal trainers and business owners have the income that they want on the revenue that they need to really have a high performing business or to be happy with where their business is at or where their life is at. And there are 4 key things that I see holding most people back when we're talking about mindset shifts or beliefs that really hold people back. And the first one is a need for approval. I think in fitness, a lot of us get into fitness, we're passionate about it because we had some insecurities about ourselves. We wanted people to appreciate us. And I know that there's a huge push right now for loving yourself and just really truly appreciating who you are and what you are, and that's amazing. But a lot of us got into this because we had some insecurities about ourselves. We wanted people to like us. We wanted to be fit for that reason. And I think that carries over into a lot of what we do and a lot of the things that hold us back in our business, but specifically for sales. If we're worried about our prospects liking us, we're going to be afraid. If we have this drastic need for approval, then we're going to be afraid to challenge them. We're going to be afraid to ask the hard questions, to make them uncomfortable, to potentially press them a little bit to make the decision that's going to be best for them, because we don't want to upset them. We don't want to make them seem like, hey, this person's pushing me a little bit. And sometimes we have to get those people out of their comfort zone. And to do that, we cannot have a high need for approval. It's perfectly fine to want your clients to like you, for them to respect you is more important though. And during the buying process, being respected will turn more people into clients, more prospects into clients, than being liked. It's more important to get them to take that action and ask the tough questions, challenge them, than it is for you to sit back and be passive and be afraid to ask those questions because we're afraid of what they might think of us. And so you have to get rid of this need for approval. The second belief system, this is not necessarily a mindset, but it's more of a belief system, is that it's what you believe about sales. It's what you believe about the buying process. Do you believe that selling is bad? Do you believe that there's something dirty about selling? Do you believe that all salespeople are sleazy and that you shouldn't have to sell people into your training, that you just want to come in and work with you because you're amazing at what you do? If you don't shift your mindset and your belief about sales and what that is and why it's important and that it's actually a good thing to be able to sell people into training or sell them anything that is good for them, right? There are unethical, there are bad, sleazy salespeople out there, but you don't have to be sleazy or unethical or be a bad person to be a great salesman. So you have to overcome that belief system about selling in general if you're going to have success with this, you're really going to grow your business. Third, we have our own buying habits. And these systems that we go through, this process that we go through when we make a significant purchase ourselves. And whatever our habits are, we will mirror, or our prospects will mirror those habits in their stalls, in their objections, in their rebuttals to us, and we will accept those because we follow them. So it's hard for us to challenge someone and get them out of that. So examples of this might be needing to comparison shop to make a significant purchase. And a level of significance is different to every person. It might be $100, it might be $1,000, it might be $10,000 for you, right? But if you make significant purchases and you have to think it over for a long time, you have to consult with a lot of people, you don't know your budget headed into this, that you need to comparison shop, you need all the details, you collect all the information, trying to make this educated decision, you'll accept all of those put-offs. I have to talk it over with someone. Now let me think about it. Do you have information? I'm checking out a few other places. you'll accept all of those put-offs, all those stalls, all those objections from your prospects, and it will keep them from becoming a client. Because really what they're telling you with that is they need to be moved a little bit further. They need to understand the urgency of taking action. They need to see that you're the best person for them right then and there so that they can take action on it. So you have to change your own buying habits, the way that you make these significant purchases and thinking about it, so that you don't accept those same stalls, those same habits that are going to keep you from closing as many deals and getting as many new clients as you need. And then finally, the last big obstacle that gets in our way and something we can control is being comfortable talking about money. So many of us in the fitness industry, we don't make a lot of money when we first start out. You don't have a lot of money when you get into this. You didn't necessarily get into it for the money. And so you have this issue with talking about money. Maybe you have the perception that people with money, or the perception of having money makes you bad, right? That it makes you a bad person, or that your parents always told you that it was rude to ask about money, or to find out what someone makes or what a budget is. And you never openly discuss this. So many of us grew up in that type of environment, and it makes us uncomfortable when we have to talk about finances with other people, especially people we don't know that well, like prospects. So you have to get comfortable talking about money, cracking into this budget issue, talking about their finances, finding room so that they can make the investment in themselves and start training with you. So you have to get over this uncomfortable feeling when you're talking about money. And if you can overcome these 4 mindset obstacles, these 4 mindset things that are holding you back, these belief systems that are going to keep you from being the best salesperson you can be, which is going to keep you from being the best business owner you can be, from making the money that you want to get. If you can overcome these things, you'll have a ton of success. And so I hope that you work on each of these. Identify the one thing that's holding you back, the one of these things that when I talked about it, maybe you got the most uncomfortable about. Maybe you're like, yeah, that's me, but I just don't know how to go about it. Start working on the things we talked about in this video and you'll have massive success. We'll be back soon with another video. Again, this is Ryan Ketchum from Fitness Revolution. You guys make today your best. We'll be back soon.